Your dog trusted you completely the day they met you. That trust was not earned. It was given freely the way only a dog can give something, without hesitation, without conditions, without a single reason to hold back. And since that day, you have been spending it. Not in large, obvious ways, in small ones. Moments so ordinary you never thought to question them. But your dog felt every single one. And right now, today, the trust between you and your dog is not what it was. Not because of anything dramatic, because of habits you've never examined. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what those habits are, exactly why they matter, and exactly how to reverse the damage before it becomes the thing that defines your relationship. Stay until the end because number 6 is the one most owners will never recover from hearing. Welcome to our channel. If you love your dog enough to hear the truth, subscribe right now. Let us begin. 1. You touch them when they have not invited it. Your dog is lying on the floor. They look peaceful. You walk over and place your hand on their head. Maybe you scratch behind their ears. Maybe you lean down and press your face against theirs. It feels like love. It feels like connection. And most of the time your dog tolerates it. But tolerance and trust are not the same thing, and the distance between them is where this mistake lives. Dogs are not humans. Humans reach for each other when they want closeness. Dogs do not. In canine social interaction, uninvited physical contact from above, particularly on the head, the shoulders, or over the back, registers as pressure, not affection. Pressure. A study published in the journal Behavioral Processes analyzed hundreds of human-dog physical interactions and found that dogs who received frequent uninitiated touch from their owners displayed more avoidance behaviors over time than dogs whose owners waited for the dog to approach first, not immediately. Over time. The erosion was gradual. The dog did not snap or growl. They simply started choosing to be a little further away. They started resting in spots where they were less likely to be reached. They started leaving the room a few seconds earlier than they used to. You would never notice it. But your dog made the decision, and the decision was this. Being near you comes with a cost I did not agree to. Real trust in a dog is built on one principle. Let them come to you, every single time. When your dog walks over and leans against your leg, that is an invitation. When they push their head under your hand, that is consent. When they climb onto the couch and press their body against yours, that is a declaration. But when you reach across a room and place your hand on an animal who did not ask for it, you are teaching them that their space is not theirs. And a dog who does not own their own space does not fully trust the person who keeps taking it. This one takes discipline to fix, but the reward is a dog who moves toward you more, not less, because they know that your hands only arrive when they have asked for them. Keep watching because number 2 is the mistake that poisons the single, most important moment of your dog's entire day. 2. You make coming home unpredictable. Monday you walk through the door and you're warm. You greet your dog, you get down on their level, you give them 30 seconds of real contact and they melt into it. Tuesday, you had the worst day of your life. You walk through the same door and you brush past them. You drop your bag, you do not look at them. You go straight to the kitchen. Wednesday, you come home to a mess. You raise your voice before you have even taken off your shoes. To you, these are 3 completely separate days with 3 completely separate contexts. To your dog, they are 3 versions of the same event. And the inconsistency between them is doing something to your dog's nervous system that you cannot see, but they feel every single time that door opens. Dogs build their sense of safety on prediction. The ability to know what is coming next is not a preference for a dog. It is a neurological requirement. When the most significant daily event in their life, your return, produces a different emotional outcome every time, your dog cannot build a stable expectation. And an animal that cannot predict its environment is an animal in a constant state of low-grade anxiety. A study from the University of Bristol found that dogs in households where owner greetings were inconsistent in tone and engagement showed significantly higher baseline cortisol levels than dogs whose owners greeted them the same way every single day, even when the greeting itself was brief. It was not the length that mattered. It was the consistency. Your dog does not need an elaborate reunion. They need a reliable one. The same warmth, the same eye contact, the same 30 seconds that tells their nervous system the answer to the only question they have been asking since you left. Are we okay? Give them the same answer every time and their system stops bracing for the unknown. That single change will do more for your dog's emotional security than anything else on this list. But the next mistake is the one I warned you about in the title, and most owners do it multiple times a day without a second thought. 3. You say their name when something bad is about to happen. Bath time. Come here, Max. Nail clipping. Come here, Max, the vet. Come here, Max, the crate when you're frustrated. Come here, Max. You have taken the single most important word in your dog's entire world, the word that is supposed to mean safety, connection, I see you, and you have contaminated it. Your dog's name should be the most positive sound they ever hear. It should predict good things 100% of the time. Because when it does, it becomes the most powerful recall tool, the most reliable interrupter, and the deepest point of connection you have with your animal. But when that name becomes associated with experiences your dog finds stressful or aversive, something shifts that is extremely difficult to undo. A study published in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science found that dogs whose names were used in neutral or negative contexts showed significantly slower recall responses and increased hesitation behaviors compared to dogs whose names were exclusively paired with positive outcomes. The dogs were not being disobedient. They were performing a risk calculation. The name no longer meant come here, something good is waiting. It meant come here, and you do not know what is going to happen next. Think about how many times a day you say your dog's name. Now think about what percentage of those times something genuinely good follows. If the answer is not the overwhelming majority, you are diluting the most powerful word in your dog's vocabulary. And a dog who hesitates when they hear their own name is a dog who has learned that responding to you is a gamble. That is not disobedience. That is broken trust wearing the mask of a training problem. The fix is immediate and absolute. Stop using their name before anything unpleasant. Use a neutral word instead. Say let us go, or this way, or come on. Save their name for the moments when hearing it leads to something they love. Rebuild that association, and you will watch your dog's entire relationship with their own name transform within weeks. Now stay with me, because number 4 is the one that damages trust in a way most owners have never considered. And it happens in complete silence. 4. You stare at them when they're trying to tell you they need space. Your dog turns their head away from you. You follow their gaze and lean closer. Your dog yawns. You assume they are tired. Your dog licks their lips. You keep doing whatever you were doing. Every one of those signals was a sentence, and you responded to each one by making it clear you did not understand the language. Dogs communicate discomfort through an entire vocabulary of microsignals that behavioral scientists call calming signals. Head turns, lip licks, yawns, whale eye, a lifted paw, a full body shake when they are completely dry. These are not random. They are deliberate communications designed to de-escalate a situation the dog is finding stressful. And when those signals are consistently ignored, the dog learns something that fundamentally rewrites their relationship with you. They learn that speaking to you does not work. Research from the Norwegian Institute for Nature Research documented that dogs whose calming signals were consistently unacknowledged by their owners escalated to more intense stress responses, faster and more frequently than dogs whose owners recognized and responded to early signals. The early signals did not disappear because the dog stopped being stressed. They disappeared because the dog gave up on that level of communication. When people say their dog bit without warning, almost without exception, the dog warned dozens of times. The warnings were simply invisible to an owner who never learned the language. Trust between you and your dog is not just about what you do. It is about whether you hear them when they speak. Start watching for the head turn, the yawn that happens at the wrong time, the lip lick with no food present, and when you see it, do the most powerful thing you can do. Give them space, step back, look away, let them breathe. That response, repeated across weeks and months, teaches your dog something extraordinary. It teaches them that their voice works, and a dog who believes their voice works is a dog who will never need to shout. 5. You comfort them when they are afraid in a way that confirms the fear. Thunder, fireworks, the vacuum cleaner, a stranger in a hat. Your dog trembles and you scoop them up. You hold them tight. You speak in a high-pitched, anxious voice and say, "It is okay, it is okay, you are fine." And your dog feels your heart racing against their body. They hear the pitch of your voice climbing. They smell the cortisol that your own anxiety is producing. And their brain receives a very clear message. You are afraid too. This must actually be dangerous. A study from the University of Lincoln found that dogs whose owners responded to fear events with anxious, high-energy comforting behaviors showed prolonged and intensified fear responses compared to dogs whose owners remained calm and neutral during the same events. Your intention was to soothe. The effect was amplification. Dogs do not read words, they read state. And when your state says panic, no amount of verbal reassurance can override that signal. The way to support a fearful dog through trust is counterintuitive but profoundly effective. Stay calm, keep your body relaxed, keep your breathing slow. Do not hold them unless they climb to you, and even then, hold loosely. Speak in a low, even tone, or better yet, say nothing at all. Your calm body is the most powerful anti-anxiety tool your dog will ever have access to. When you remain steady while their world shakes, you're telling them the only thing that actually matters in that moment. I am not afraid, so you do not need to be. That is what trust looks like when it is tested. Not words, presence. And now we arrive at number 6. I told you at the beginning that this would be the one that hits hardest. I was not exaggerating. 6. You're inconsistent about the one thing that matters most, whether you're safe to love. This is the mistake underneath all the other mistakes, and it is the one that most owners will never see because it does not look like a mistake. It looks like being human. Some days you are patient, some days you are not. Some days you are present, warm, attuned to every signal your dog sends. Other days you're distracted, short-tempered, emotionally somewhere else entirely. Some days your dog gets the best version of you. Other days they get someone they do not recognize, and your dog cannot tell the difference between a bad day and a changed person. They do not have the cognitive architecture to think, my owner is stressed from work, this is temporary, it has nothing to do with me. All they have is what is in front of them, and what is in front of them is someone who is sometimes safe and sometimes not. Research on attachment security in domestic dogs has found that the single strongest predictor of a secure bond is not how much affection the owner provides. It is how consistent that affection is across time. Dogs with owners who are moderately affectionate but highly consistent showed stronger attachment security than dogs whose owners were intensely affectionate but unpredictable. Your dog is not keeping score of your best days, they are keeping score of your average, and your average is built on every small moment you thought did not matter. The distracted greeting, the sharp tone you used once and forgot about 10 minutes later, the evening you sat beside them but never once looked down. Every one of those moments was a data point, and your dog has been quietly assembling them into a picture of who you are. Not who you are on your best day, who you are on every day. You cannot be perfect. No one can, but you can be consistent. You can decide that the way you greet your dog, the way you touch them, the way you speak their name, the way you respond when they are afraid, will be the same version of you regardless of what the rest of your life looks like. That is the commitment that trust is built on, not grand gestures, daily sameness. The quiet, unremarkable repetition of showing up as the same person your dog fell in love with the first time they decided you were safe.